Hi, this is Robert Stewart with Hill13.com. Now, we've already discussed attack and defend generally, and we've discussed the defenders' tactics to try to maintain control of their flag. Now we're going to look at the map and talk about the attackers. This is a little bit like shucking oysters. This is a concentrated effort by one team with one objective, and that is to retrieve the red team's flag. So they're going to be unbunkering a bunch of defenders who, if they're doing it right, they've positioned themselves in such a way as to be able to cover each other as well as maintain their own defensive fighting position and try to shield or develop a defensive perimeter around their flag station and prevent the green team from getting in there. Now, one of the ways you can approach this, especially if these are small teams, and remember, here we're only representing 3 players per team, but it could be many more than that. But in general, even if there are many more, you may have some of them working from one side or the other to create a sense of pressure and to pin down and restrict the movement of these defenders. But one group is going to have to move out from their position at the start of the game, and as they move forward, they're in all likelihood, when they find that defensive perimeter that the red team has set up, they're going to move together as a unit into a position where they can begin to unbunker one team member at a time. And a lot of times what that requires is, again, when we talked about back, mid, and the runner. So what's going to happen to these 3 players is when they get here, they're each going to have different objectives. The first player may land here just to suppress the fire from one position on this side of the field. The next player may then, under covering fire from this player, move up closer so that they've come right inside the defensive perimeter. At that point, there's a number of ways to play this. You could try to make a mad dash against all of this fire without eliminating anybody and get to the flag, but I think you can see that if they're all 3 still there, that guy's probably going to lose. Usually, at this point, you have to measure your aggression and eliminate by countervailing fire, by setting up 1, 2, or 3 positions to unbunker one player at a time. When this player is eliminated, you can then move into a new position and turn your fire against your next target. And by moving each player and concentrating your fire on the next target, you eventually begin to eliminate players. When you can then suppress the fire from their remaining players, especially if they're bunkered, long enough and keep him down long enough, you can make it to the flag, you retrieve the flag, you win the game.